Yo, what's up everybody? It's your girl Jehzan, Exclusvie, aloha from Hawaii. Thank you for coming to Rock the School Bells 14, and a warm and beautiful welcome to all of you. And especially thank you for checking out my video workshop today. This lesson is called Invest in Yourself, and this is a hip-hop lesson on financial literacy, how to not only make money, but to help that money work for you. So let's get right into it. Before we begin, I just wanted to use this time to introduce myself a little more and establish a little more credibility with you. Once again, my name is Jehzan Exclusvie. I'm a Filipino Pinay artist born and raised here on the island of Oahu, Hawaii, where I've lived all of my life. I've been making hip-hop music since I was a teenager, and it's a passion that I followed all the way till now, and it's something that I am so grateful for. It has opened so many possibilities, just like the theme of this year is Space of Infinite Possibilities. And today I just wanted to share with you my mindset and some tips I have on how to stay financially free out here so that you can continue to do what you want and to follow your passion and to achieve all of your goals, things that have worked for me, and hopefully it can work for you. The purpose of today's lesson is to help you just start to think critically about your financial past, present, and future, and to also help you make a little more better sound decisions. I also want to say that a big inspiration for me is my mother, and she is still my biggest coach and supporter till this day. I watched that woman go from 19 years old, single parent, working minimum wage, all the way to earning her college degree, and then eventually working her way up in her financial career, where she's been in for over a decade and where she now makes over 6 figures. Okay, that's not a flex, that's just me, telling the truth, and I want to share the mindset that raised me with you, and hopefully it can help you and inspire you today. On top of that, like I said, I'm an independent artist, so I'm doing this all on my own. I'm filming this from my own home studio. I actually work as a teacher in my day job, so I teach computer and technology at the elementary school level, but I've also done various hip-hop based education at the middle school and high school level, as well as teaching business and marketing at the college level for a few years as well. So I've been a teacher for about 4 years now. And it's another cool career that has come from me just exploring hip-hop. Again, the house of hip-hop is so big. It's more than just music and dancing. There's all kinds of facets in this that you can do and contribute to the culture. And that's what I'm trying to do for you and the youth today. So let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about, and the first step that you can take to becoming financially free at whatever age you are at, is to develop a growth mindset, okay? And all this really means is that you try to continuously improve yourself, continuously learn and evolve to become like a better person every single day. Whether that means like reading books or, doing your best to stay fit and all of those kind of stuff. And obviously, it's something that I still struggle with, but it's something that I try to work on every single day, and it's what keeps me kind of like motivated every day, staying focused on that growth mindset, okay? And to be honest, hip-hop is all about the growth mindset. It was birthed by, disenfranchised Black and Latino youth decades ago in New York City, who birthed a whole new type of music, which grew into an industry and eventually, became a multi-billion-dollar industry and affected cultures and generations after, and will continue to affect cultures and generations after, so hip-hop is a testament to growth mindset. And of course, we hear this in a lot of rappers and a lot of artists, the rags to riches story, all of the stories that inspire us of our favorite like artists and stuff like that. Okay, so have a growth mindset, start it early, and honestly, you can do anything with it, man. There are 2 aspects of the growth mindset that I kind of want to just touch on. There's more, but I believe that these are the most important when it comes to money. So the first one is that time is way more valuable than money. You need to understand that, okay? Money can come and go. Money is going to be here like before you were born and after you die. Of course, we can go into the whole social construct of money and things like that. That's for another section, but I just, want to start the conversation with you, okay? So time is way more valuable than money, because your time here on earth, your time here in this life is finite. It is limited, okay? It's very short. So you need to do your best to develop a growth mindset early and understand that time is more valuable than money, so that you can, get your passions going, you can accomplish your goals, and you can, do cool things in this world and do some lit stuff. All right. Okay. The second thing that you need to understand and focus on is long money versus short money. Okay. So I want you to focus on long money, things that are like legitimate ways to make money so that you can eventually grow it and build upon it, versus like short money, which will get you in debt, or it may come back and bite you in the butt another way, so I want you to do your best to do it right and to get you set from a young age. So do your best to develop your growth mindset early, understand that time is way more valuable than money, and to focus on long money versus short money. Okay, so before we go on to the next section, I want you to take out a piece of paper or write this in your notes somehow, and answer this question: what's in your crate? Okay, this activity is called What's in Your Crate. This goes back to the culture of like DJs and stuff like that, where their whole life's worth was what they were carrying in the records and in the jams and songs that they were carrying in their crate. Okay, and whatever keeps like the crowd jumping and the crowd moving. So I want to ask you the following questions to examine what's in your crate. Okay, so the following questions are: what are your gifts? What is your experience or social biography? What are your struggles? What are your triumphs? And what or who inspires you? Okay, I want you to take a few moments to think about your answers and to write them down. And if you can, share them with a partner. This activity actually works better if you have a partner. If not, it's okay. But if you can, try and answer this with a partner and share with each other what you got. Thank you for taking the time to do the What's in Your Crate activity. And the purpose of that was just to kind of examine your relationship with yourself and even with money, and to ultimately realize that everyone's crate is different, everyone's is unique, and that's what makes it so beautiful and so special and so worthwhile. And there are so many opportunities and possibilities out there for you just by honing in on what's in your crate. Okay, and ultimately you are the DJ of your own life, so run it. Moving on, the next thing that you can do is learn some portable skills. Some of you folks might be asking, well, how do I learn some portable skills if you don't really know how to navigate that yet? Not a problem, okay? So things like sports or clubs, if you're still in school, those are all ways to get involved in your, your community and things like that. Maybe you might be involved with a church or another youth organization such as Rock the School Bells. These are all different places and ways that you can build your network and build your portable skills, okay? Once again, like communication, teamwork, and leadership. It's all part of that, okay? So just do your best and learn. Of course, there are also books, there are websites, there's YouTube that you can learn all kinds of different skills. So there you go. Learn some portable skills. Next, unless you were born with a silver spoon in your hand, you are probably gonna have to get out there and work, okay? You're gonna have to earn some income. And I wanna start this by saying that there is nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5, okay? There's nothing wrong with traditional work. It's not what's necessarily for me, but I did and I still have to work a part-time job to support my own career, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. So, one way that you can earn money, especially if you're super young, are like the old school kind of ways, paper routes, mowing people's lawns, washing cars. Those are all dope ways to make money. Maybe helping doing more chores around the house and you get an allowance or something like that. Otherwise, if you are able to work or get a part-time job, things like retail, things like food service, maybe like a labor job or something like that, those are all things that can help you generate some income, at least in the beginning, okay? So my first job when I was a teenager was I worked at Pizza Hut in high school, okay? And then after that, I started working at Foot Locker, where I ended up becoming an assistant manager. And I'm not saying that I was balling off of Foot Locker and off of Pizza Hut money, okay? But it allowed me to be a little bit more financially independent at that particular period in my life. And the earlier that you can start, you know, learning how to be financially independent, the better off you will be. So earn some income, work a part-time job, especially like I said, if you have portable skills like coding, or you know another language, or you know how to like do graphic design and all those kinds of things. Those are all kinds of opportunities out there for side gigs and virtual gigs. Okay, some other things that has worked for me is offering like teaching and tutoring jobs. So if you're good with kids, or you know you want to help the next generation, a lot of us might be like me. I'm the eldest of 5 siblings. I have a lot of younger nieces and nephews and cousins and stuff like that. So if you already have like the gift of gab, and you know you kind of already have a rapport with like, you know, younger kids and stuff like that, you know, there's a lot of part-time work for after school tutoring jobs, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. Go ahead and earn some income. Like I said, in regards to income, especially because of COVID and everything like that, parents don't really want you out like that, like how we usually would be out in the workforce physically, you know. Again, if you take those portable skills and you take your other experiences and things that you learn in school and whatnot, you can actually apply that to some virtual jobs and some other part-time gigs that you can do, kind of like freelance work. So for me, how I run my business is, of course, I do music, I do all the recording, I have merch, and I put all my music out, and I do my visuals and things like that. But aside from that, I actually offer marketing and consulting work. I do private teaching and tutoring. All of this I'm able to do from my home, or basically anywhere I'm at. So again, money is not the end all be all, but you know, if you find different avenues and ways to create revenue for yourself or income for yourself, you know, you can kind of be a little bit more flexible. Go ahead and just you know, do your research and check it out, fam. Alright, so now you're finally making some money, you finally getting some income, on your way to financial freedom and independence. I see you, okay? But make sure you save your money, my friends. This is something that, you know, I feel like young people struggle with. It's definitely something that I struggle with. And you know, I made some mistakes. You know, I got a credit card and I maxed it out at one point. You know, I was going to the club and trying to party and stuff like that, and spending all this money that I didn't really have. But you know, I learned from it and I grow from it. So I would say, just please try your best to save your money. Pay yourself, don't play yourself, okay? And trust me, there are going to be a lot of rainy days, especially in, you know, your young adulthood. You might need some new tires, you might need a bus pass, or you might, you know, you just might need some stuff, okay? So save your money, put it away. Or you might, you know, later on you might get invited to go on a vacation, or you might want to take a vacation, or you might want to take like a networking trip, or you know, anything that might pop up in your life. And setting aside that money, saving that money on the side for later, can really help you in the long run. So try and save your money. And to be honest, my friends, it doesn't have to be a lot of money that you save, okay? It doesn't even have to be half or more than half of your paycheck. All right, all I'm saying is that try to save 10 to 20% of your paycheck. Okay, so if you got paid like $200 working at McDonald's or whatever for the week or whatever, just put away like $20, $30, $40 if you can from that check, and over time you will see that your bank account is going to continue to grow. Which brings me to my next point, is to open a bank account. Okay, so this kind of only applies to my 18 and up folks, but this is good to start kind of thinking about if you're younger than 18. You need to open a bank account, specifically a checking account and a savings account. Okay, basically a checking account is what you can use for like your daily expenses and, you know, the cash that you need that day for whatever it is, your food, your water, shelter, whatever. Okay, but you can also open a savings account. And what's good about a savings account, of course, all banks work differently, but you can earn what is called compound interest. Okay, and compound interest is basically more money that gets stacked up, or a percentage of money that your bank puts in by having a certain amount of money in your bank account as you consistently continue to earn income and put money away in your bank account. Okay, again, some of you guys might not be old enough to have a bank account, but I believe you can be as young as, I believe, like 13 or 14, maybe 15, to open your own joint bank account with a parent if they are able to do so. Okay, so if your parent has a bank account, you can try and ask them to help you open a joint bank account, and then when you're 18, that bank account can become like officially yours, but at least you'll have money saved up from all that time that you had that bank account when you were still a kid. Okay, Some of you, again, might not have access to a bank account, but any way that you can try and save, even on like digital apps like Cash App or Venmo or maybe PayPal. Again, there are stipulations for those applications and for using them, but if you want to use your money and save your money on there, that's cool too. On top of that, you need to create a budget, all right? That's why I'm telling you to have a growth mindset, to understand all of these concepts, to open a bank account and stuff. And it's because you need to follow a budget, my friends. And basically, to understand a budget, you just have to understand the difference between needs and wants, all right? So needs are just the things that you need for daily life, like food, shelter, maybe a car and gas, electricity. And in these days, let's keep it real, like we all need some Wi-Fi and stuff like that, okay? So, those are all things that you kind of need to take into consideration when it comes to planning your budget. Now, wants are things that, can make your life funner, or can provide more entertainment, or it can afford you a little bit more leisure and more pleasure, but you don't necessarily need it, okay? And example of this are like going to Starbucks every day or going to the movies every weekend, okay? There are different ways to spend money more wisely, okay? And by having a budget, you will be able to kind of keep in mind how much you're spending, and the goal is to always keep more than what you're spending. It's a concept of business, like increase revenue, cut costs, so even in your own personal budget, try your best to minimize, just minimize and live within your means. And eventually, when you save enough money and as you grow more income, as you grow up and you'll make more money and stuff like that, you'll be able to afford certain things later on. But you don't want to sabotage yourself by balling out when you don't necessarily have the money and means to do so. So real quick, I actually want you to try and make a T-chart on your piece of paper as well, and try to list things that are needs and other things that are wants, okay? And try to compare and contrast how you are creating that list. Again, you're just trying to get acclimated with what budgeting means. Also, another thing that you can do is actually go and research either on your laptop or your computer or just on your smartphone. Look up websites or applications that can help you with your budgeting. Personally, I use this app called Mint. It connects to all of my bank accounts, including like my student loan bank accounts and stuff like that. It shows me, what do I need to pay, what my credit score is, and things like that, okay? Things to keep you on top of, all of the bills and your money and stuff, because it's very important, okay? So check out those applications. That's another thing that you can do, on your own. And the second to the last thing that I want to spend some time about, and it wouldn't be right if I didn't spend some time about it, and it is monetize your passion, monetize your talent and your craft, guys, okay? So, in nowadays with social media and technology and the internet, there's so many possibilities out here to earn income and to grow your brand and business, okay? So for me, a couple ways that I make money, basically is like putting money on streaming, so I get paid from streaming. I actually own a lot of my lyrics, and I copyright them and stuff, and I have a publishing company that I work with, so I'm actually getting money just for owning my music and performing my music. And this can go into a whole nother section, but again, I'm just kind of showing you a little bit of the tip of the iceberg of how you can make money as an independent artist. Also, I think I've already mentioned, like, selling merch is a good way of making some income as an artist. Selling your CDs, selling really anything that comes from you, as creative as you can be. Again, there's like infinite possibilities that you can be creative with. Anything that you can sell to your fans and your supporters, like, those can all help generate money for your business, okay? And a couple more things of how I make money is I actually offer private tutoring. So like I said, I'm also a elementary school teacher, and I've taught in various aspects of education. But at home, I actually have various private clients that I teach various classes online virtually, all from my home. I also do consulting, so I help small businesses and other artists and things like that with their social media promotion, with their website creations and blogging and things like that. So there are all different ways that you can monetize, especially if you open something like a YouTube channel or a Twitch channel, or maybe like a podcast things that offer like sponsorship deals and collaboration and networking deals. These are all opportunities that you can do as independent artists. So monetize your craft, get started anyway, anyhow, and you know, you'll eventually find your niche, or you'll find like your pocket of where you want to go. And trust me, it's gonna be like the most funnest and most fulfilling thing that you can ever do. But it's a lot easier to monetize your passion if you follow all of the other steps that I recommended prior to this section of the video. Lastly, this is a topic that is very popular nowadays, even amongst young people, and that is investing in stocks and other like retirement funds. Okay, I'm not gonna go into it too much, but basically what a stock is, you buy a share in a corporation or a company. All right, so for example, you can own like 1 or 2 stocks or 3 stocks, or really as many stocks as you can afford of a company like Apple or something like that, right? And when Apple performs a certain way, or they make a certain amount of money, they actually pay that money back to their shareholders, which would be you. Okay, so you guys might be hearing about you know, stock trading apps like I think one is called Robinhood. I'm sure there's a lot more, but again, you know, checking out what you can learn about stocks and investing in there. It's not a way to like live off of necessarily, unless you have a lot of money to invest and you know exactly what you're doing, or you have like the plug of things that are going on in the stock market. But it is another way to diversify your portfolio, and all that means is just opening other places, other ways that you can earn income, okay, aside from just like working. All right, so yeah, looking up stocks. And again, if you're like an artist, or if you're a creative person, or even if you're just like a modern kid out here on the social medias and stuff, and you might be a little popular or something like that, you know, there are sponsorship deals, there are affiliate marketing deals, all kinds of things going on now with the internet that you can do, and it doesn't necessarily only look at the amount of followers you have. I've gotten sponsorship deals from companies, and I'm not necessarily like a super viral, you know, celebrity or something like that, okay? But again, I feel like I know I'm on my way, and I'm continuing to grow myself, and I'm here to help you and help you grow yourself, okay? So that's actually the end of today's class. Again, there is so much more we can talk about when it comes to hip-hop and financial literacy, but by all means, please feel free to contact me. Let me know your comments, suggestions, and concerns. DM me, or feel free to email me at jehzanexclusive at gmail.com, and also on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, all of that, TikTok, at Jesand Exclusive. I would love to hear from you. Okay, my friends, that is all for my how to invest in yourself hip-hop lesson on financial literacy. Thank you for coming to Rock the School Bells 14 and checking out my workshop. From the top, have a growth mindset, learn portable skills, earn income, save money, open a bank account, create and follow a budget, invest in your craft, invest in your talent or passion, and monetize it, and then learn about other investment options like stocks and sponsorships and brand deals and all that good stuff that we got going on now in this world. The possibilities are endless, my friend. Keep that growth mindset growing, and feel free to hit me up for any comments, questions, concerns, or anything else that you want to learn. We can do a lot more than just what we learned today. This is just the tip of the iceberg, okay? And hopefully you learn something and you get you know, the spark in your brain to start thinking better and more smartly about your financial future, okay? Thank you so much, my friends. This has been Jesand Exclusive. Thank you for rocking with me for Rock the School Bells 14. I'm so blessed and happy and honored to be here, and I'll see you folks very soon. Peace. Yo, we're back. Real quick, just in case you really liked watching what I shared today in today's lesson, I actually have some homework for you. This is kind of like a bonus activity if you'd like to try it. Real quick, go ahead and watch this video called 21 Savage Tips for Broke People. Okay, basically he shares like 3 tips of what broke people can do, or young people can do, to elevate themselves in their financial literacy and their financial freedom. I don't know if you folks know, but his song Bank Account was actually part of this campaign to actually help inner city youth in various cities in the United States to open bank accounts and learn more about financial literacy. Okay, go ahead and check that video out. I want you to write down one of the tips that really stuck out to you, that really, you know, hit you, and then write down also how you can use it in your daily life. And any of the activities that we did today, the what's in your crate activity, or any questions that I've asked you, and like this bonus activity right here, feel free to send them to me. I would love to hear your feedback. I would love to give you feedback as well, and I would love to chop it up in general. So feel free to hit me up at jehzanexclusive@gmail.com, or again on any social media at jehzanexclusive. I hope to hear from you soon. All right, aloha, peace.